Welcome on in, everybody, to Lil Euphie's Creative Corner. My name is Lil Euphie, and this is my creative corner of the internet. Welcome back, everybody. How's everybody been? I woke up today covered in sweat. So it's been one of those days. So, hoping that it'll calm down as the stream goes on. That is usually what happens. I listen to my calm music and drawing and then hanging out with you guys, so. But today I'm going to be going back into this line work here, this artwork. I did start making some line work on Haku because I get impatient. I'm just like, I want to make artwork. I have to do something. And then I also finished the sketching for Gumi. So today we're going to be doing the line work, starting off with Haku because that's the one that I have started with. So and then adding the colors. So it's so this is the Haku character here. She has her beer bottle, or sake, I think that's what it is. And then Gumi here as well. So these are the two characters that I have ponified and made into this illustration here. So I also want to share this post that I saw on Twitter just now. Like, I opened up Twitter and it opens up to this. I feel the need to share this with the chat because I love Godzilla and I love Miku. And now this tweet here is two in the same one. it really brightened my day. Okay, I have to not get distracted by it. Okay, let's get into this. I have a towel down here as well because, again, like, I woke up covered in sweat and it has not died down. So trying to protect all of my equipment, all that good stuff. How is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I know that it's the middle of the weekend. Hope that everybody's Saturday has been going well. I was supposed to go out grocery shopping today, but my workplace did not get the paychecks in today, so I'm like, I need my groceries. I'm doubling up on my gloves today because of the anxious reason. And my body is going from like super cold to super warm. So if you see me going like this and putting my blanket on, it's because I'm freezing. And then in the next instant, I'll be like just boiling up and I just have to take it off. So that's how we're doing this stream today. We're surviving. That's what we're doing. So going back into the Haku line work, I was working on the tie here. I'm trying to think back in my head of all the different Vocaloids that I've made ponies out of. And I don't think I've done Rin yet. I've done Len, but I haven't done Rin. Which is kind of silly, because they're twins. So I'm like, why haven't I drawn those two yet? You know, like together. You don't even see all of this up here. So I'm trying to do a little bit of cleanup at the same time. And then her hair is in. I need to do the armbands next, I think. Arm sleeves? I wonder if there's an actual name for these things, so. think I'll eventually make some pony-fied artwork of Rin and Len together. But I also might just do like human artwork too. The ponies are nice because they're simple. They don't have fingers or toes. So they're, I don't know, they're somewhat comforting for me too. Because this is what I primarily was drawing in high school. I'm gonna add the little button things inside of her arm sleeve when I put the colors in, because I feel like if I do it with line work, it's gonna be too much. And he has a what? Lays in place. Are you in the right chat? Welcome on in, by the way. Okay, I wondered. I was like, I don't think you're in the right chat. Wait, what? Does Wolf have it only on subs only? Are you not subbed to him? I'm so confused. Who are you talking about? Well, I have no idea what he's talking about over there besides the crazy people. So, I don't know in context what kind of crazy those people are on, so. That's why I have much confusion. Okay, arm sleeves are in. Let's do shoes, because that's like the last part of it. Besides her beer bottle. Yeah, he does have, he has the muy loco. I guess más loco, more loco? I don't know, mucho loco. There, that's what it is. I'm not fluent in Spanish. I'm just like, I have a mixture of fluent English and then some Japanese sprinkled in, and Spanish just gets lost in the mix. Let's do boots. Puerco loco? I don't know if I pronounced that right. What does that mean? I'm gonna find out. You're scaring me, Laser Blaze. You're scaring me. You're speaking in tongues. Pork? Puerco is pork? Oh my gosh. Crazy pigs, is that what you were saying? I think you got it right the first time. The Puerquo, because when I typed it in, it put in oh no, it's the CO. But yeah, it means pork. So pork snout tacos. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever had pork snout tacos. I don't know if I would want to, if they're very appetizing looking. I've had lengua before. Lengua is pretty good. When they cut the taste buds off of the cow tongue. When they don't do that, it's like, this is a weird texture thing, like I'm making out with a cow. I don't want that. But yeah, when Wolf and I went to Ensenada, we got these really, really good, it was a shrimp and fish taco. Oh my goodness. Like, if I could duplicate that authentic taste in the States, oh my goodness. I don't eat pork no more. Why is that? Is it just, it's not your taste anymore? It's not good for you? Or are we just joking? Thing that makes me hungry are all fried foods. Oh my goodness. Oh, my I had some taquitos the other day, and like, oh my gosh. That's what I was wondering. I was like, you're not subbed to him already? What's going on there? Like, why? You're not able to chat because you're not subbed. Why are you not subbed? Like, go do that. Silly. Okay, to save time, I'm just copying and pasting this boot. That's the mood. When Euphie has the uncomfortables, she's gonna copy paste a layer. I had a bacon burger in a couple of years. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, you're one of those chaos gremlins. I've always wondered if there's people that will like and then unlike the stream. Just to drive the people crazy when they're like, I need, this many likes before starting the show. Like, are there people that just will like and then unlike, and then like and unlike, just to mess with them? I imagine they're definitely out there. I know this because I used to be one of those people. Certain other streamers out there we don't associate with, they'd be demanding the same thing, and I'd be like, oh, you got it. Oh, no, you don't anymore. Oh, you got it. Oh, no, you don't. Oh. Just messing with them. I think I need to do her headpiece, too. That's the other part. Let's see. Headpiece. Okay, I'm gonna make another layer for the microphone part of it so I can easily just erase when I need to. When and where I need to. I think Wolf is talking about Jeffree Star right now, and I'm just like, oh my god, don't go down this rabbit hole. Oh my gosh. That's an entire cluster of, yeah. Oh my goodness. I can't believe he's talking about that. Right, that's why I'm like, oh my gosh, not this dude again. It's been so long since I heard that name. Like when he was doing the collab with Shane Dawson, I just, okay, that was when I was like, okay, this is, no, now I'm gone. And then I just heard it again. I was like Voldemort. I walked out of my house this good for you. You got some fresh air, some vitamin D if the sun was out. Like a band countdown is happening and Jeffree Star is crashing out. Oh, that's right. That's happening. Oh, that's why there's so many crazy people just like reeing and yeah, crashing out as the kids say these days. Was he like making all of his money on, or like at least some money on TikTok, because he's probably got a bunch of other stuff going on, but my goodness. Yeah, when people are like addicted to a certain platform, you know, there's gonna be some uproar. And the amount of children that would just be like scrolling for hours. Big, our bald eagle was in my tree. Whoa. Maybe it's a sign. It's a calling, maybe. I don't know. Yes. Our hallway space between our studios is great for reverberation. It's lovely for the acoustics. Okay, let's get this, I think it's sake, but I put some grapes on it. Good evening, Horizon Black. Good to see you again. I'm working on my ponies again. This is on the wrong layer. I looked at it and I was like, why is that there? That's not right. That's not the headpiece. Would you say too short of a body catching a cat yesterday than this happened today? Whoa. Hopefully you don't have any cats in your vicinity, or, you know, I might be snacking on them. My goodness. Right? That's why I'm like, is it? Or is life trying to tell you something? Sometimes it's a coincidence. Sometimes, I don't know. I like to think that things happen for a reason. I think it makes life a little more exciting. Just copying and pasting this because, whoops, did a right click and I didn't mean to. There we go. His strides, ears missing. He had his head on a swivel when am I already eating? Okay, well it's good that he's alert, right? Paying attention and stuff, but that's cute. He's got a little oh, okay, I misread that. Because the cat that we have, she has like a little nick in her ear for, I guess it's supposed to be like a sign that the cat has been spayed or neutered. I need to move this way. But it's good that you're feeding it, you know, because then it's got a food source. And probably will warm up to you eventually. That's what happened over here. It's like, she was like, oh, you're gonna feed me? Okay. Can I come in your house? Can I lay on your couch? Can I sleep here? I'm a couch surfer now. That's what the cat is essentially, is the couch surfer. Wild, wild west here. Oh my goodness. Well, I hear that makes for some pretty strong humans, so. I saw a meme the other day of inside cats looking at outside cats, and they're all very regal and prim and proper. And then there's a picture of outside cats that are looking at the inside cats, and they're just a bunch of like cats dressed up as gang members, and they got a bunch of like scars all over them. Oh my goodness. He must have gotten in like a scuffle or something. Oh, he's feral. Oh, okay. I'm trying to put like some grain indicators there, so it's like grain wine maybe, I don't know, or beer. Lice, ticks, ringworm, rabies. Right, yeah, like you have no idea what the cat could possibly have, and that's what our concern was at first for the cat here. But those worries kind of went away when the neighbor kid came over, and he was like, "Oh, are you taking care of our cat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we thought she was like just hanging out on the street." So, but they have a dog over there, and I think that she doesn't like the dog. So, I had something similar to that, Josiah. I can't remember what it was, what I got it from. I think it might have been like bad food. I think that I must have gotten like food poisoning or something, but it was when I was a little kid. And you know, when you're a little kid, you don't like pay attention or think about like what you just touched, you know, and then put it in your mouth or something, or like, you know, if food smells weird or tastes weird, right? Like, ice in one night outside my way. Ooh, wow, it is a hunter. It's a good mouser cat. That's what I'm hoping that the cat here is gonna be like, because we had a mouse problem at the beginning of November, something like that. I don't know. I can't fully remember, but we did have that mouse problem, and so I've got her mouse toys, and I play around with the little fishing rod with the fish on it, and she goes after it pretty quick. So I'm like, it must be some sort of a hunter cat. You better be. You gotta earn your keep here. Huge bald eagle and white. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I'd be like looking around for other signs of like, I don't know, other like bald eagles, or like American memorabilia, because that's what it makes me think of. Let's try a full cup of... Oh, so oh no. I'm like just in awe. Oh, she's got a belt here too. I almost forgot. Bow headpiece. What in the world? Why are there two here? Why are there two? Hold on a second here. Oh. Why? Oh my goodness. There. the bottle and the headpiece were getting combined. I was like, that's not that's not how it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm gonna redo this. Yeah, it was duplicated with the bottle accidentally. So it happens when I don't label my layers all the way. But I'm gonna use this opportunity to make a better bottle. Maybe a little more detail in the lip of it or something. Skin dish I had similar where these weird skin rashes due to certain body soaps. Oh, I've heard about that. I think my best friend has that issue. Yeah, she has to look at like the ingredients of the different products that she's buying. Especially these days because she's pregnant, so it's like you really gotta be careful. When I moved from the Tri-Cities, my skin stopped itching. Interesting. Huh. I wonder if it's a location thing. One skin issue I still battle with is psoriasis. Oh, gotcha. I see commercials all the time about psoriasis and different stuff to like put on it. Bizen the hizen. All right. Enjoy yourself in whatever that means. Maybe it's like barley or wheat or something. I see that a bunch, so I'm just like, that looks right. That looks like it makes sense. Okay, bottle. The bottle is... Okay, I need to retype that, I guess. Bottle. And the belt goes there. Oh, I see. I need to eventually get some more of that myself. The cat is in the hallway and she has opinions apparently. Which I'm assuming that those opinions have to do with me giving her more food, and I'm like, you have an automatic feeder. It gives you like 4 or 5 portions of food each day. You ain't getting more food from me. It's in Desert by Cascade Foothills. Oh, okay. So do you still get the amount of rain that Washington usually gets? Or is it lessened because of the foothills? Because we get a lot of snow over here and I was not expecting that. The purple stripe, I'm gonna freehand color that because I feel like that would be just more appealing looking. So same YouTube goal, but they are high maintenance, 300 days, sunshine a year, not much rain. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense for it being in a desert. So, but I imagine that probably makes it a little difficult for growing stuff, unless it's like very arid desert type of plant life. But yeah, the cats are very high maintenance. It's the kind of like, I don't know, it's like mutual respect that the cat has to the human, but then with the dog it's like an automatic thing. It's like it's always going to be, you know, I'm always gonna love you regardless. But the cat's like, if you don't do these things, I'm gonna give you a side eye. I'm not gonna be as happy with you. I was watching a video on that today. The differences between like cat and dog people. Or like why people complain so much about having cats. And like they were bringing up the sounds that cats and dogs make when they're stressed out or like in pain or afraid or something. And they were trying to say that the angry cat sound has been viewed in a like funny way, and I'm like, I have never in my 28 years, or I guess 27, it's almost 28. My birthday's coming up in February, but I have never in my 27 years heard the angry cat sound be used in a comedic way. It's always stressed me out, because I'm like, that sounds like it's a cat fight. That doesn't sound funny. It's, you know, because she had played like two sound effects, one from a dog and one from a cat, and she's like, yeah, the cat one, you know, has been looked at as funny. And I'm like, by who? Psychopaths? Like, sagebrush, cactus, dry grass. Oh, gotcha. I imagine the cactus, but there's sagebrush and dry grass. That makes sense. It's probably a good idea to keep them inside 24/7 with the, especially with like the bald eagle that's out there now. It's looking for a snack. It's looking at the kitties like, I'm feeling quite Haitian. I think cat is on the menu. I follow this account on Twitter called Cats with Jobs. It's adorable. It brightens up my timeline so much. Just screwed windows shut to keep them closed. Yeah, because they're not gonna know. The cat's not gonna know to not go out there. There's danger. It's danger out there. I swear, if the cat here had her own like cat door, or door to just, you know, to go in and out whenever she pleased, it would be a constant thing. It'd be an in and out, in, out, in, out. I'm like, make up your mind. See, today sounds weird, but cats are all I have. I mean, they make good companions. They're very independent. I want to color this. So I think I'm going to. Haku line. I get impatient to draw and to color, so I'm like, there's some color already in there. I stopped myself because I was like, I'm jumping the gun. I don't even have the line work in. But I wanted to get that gray tone in. So I believe Haku's gonna be a gray pony. Might give her a little bit of purple tone there. Okay, a little cooler toned gray there. Look backwards, spy, have it outside my house, front and back outdoors. Dang, okay. So, not to accidentally let one out. Outside is the forbidden zone. Yeah, especially if it's like that dangerous for them. You gotta look out for your family members. And, you know, when cats are part of the family, you gotta look out for them too. Parents by Prosper lost many cats to eagles and coyotes. Oh my goodness. Also, there's some experience to learn from there, unfortunately. Body. I'm gonna put the hair on the very topmost, even though the bow's gonna go on top of that. Grab maybe this color for hair. I have watched coyotes run through my... Oh my goodness. And they kind of, like when they get into something, they destroy it from what I've seen. There's people out there that have like the combination of coyote and dog. A coy dog, I think is what it's called. But they're not the same. They're not the same. I've seen a video of a coyote trying to like take somebody's like little kid, like a little toddler. I'm like, that's just terrifying. Yeah, I when I lived over at my parents' place, there were coyotes in the fields, and like I thought it was like a bunch of teens laughing, or like, you know, playing pranks or jokes or whatever. We also have there was also a cougar, like a panther type of a cougar type that was walking around in the town, and those things sound like people. Because I had heard it and I was like, who is screaming bloody murder out there? It was like, it was a little scary. But then I saw it because in my parents' town they have the Facebook community groups, because there's a lot of older people over there, so they use a lot more Facebook than others. But like I only found out that it was because it was two separate occasions. I only found out that they were coyotes and cougar because of the Facebook post, and people are like, hey, what is this screaming that we're hearing? People are like, it's a cougar, or, you know, this laughing, you know, for this high-pitched, you know, group of laughter all throughout town. Yeah, it's coyotes. Oh my goodness, I bet. Probably sounds really trippy. Yup. Bear nearby, mountain goats, and the canyon biome. Oh my! Oh, the canyon biome. Oh my gosh. When Wolf and I went camping last time, and he shot off a couple of rounds to scare off the bears, like, part of me was like, this better work, because I don't want to wake up and there's a bear sniffing on me. Trying to get my food in the morning. No thanks. Thank you very much, Charles. I do appreciate it. despite my body's reluctancy to want to function properly sometimes, my willpower is stronger than the discomforts of my body. I'm just like, I will draw. I am going to make this art. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Physical form. Right, exactly. Letting them know that we're there and we have the ability to hurt them. Because I don't think the bear wants to get hurt. I think the bear would like to live. Sounds smart. Sounds good and smart. Only 3 acres, but in the wild. I mean, 3 acres is still a fairly big amount of space for critters to, you know, to explore on. And I mean, like when we were first looking to move in together, we initially had like a half an acre, but I think this one is maybe like 0.75? I don't know. I have to look into it again, but I definitely have to do that when I'm getting back into my gardening, because I have to know, like, how much room do I have here? Oh, nice. See, that now you're really thinking. Now it's... Those are the real the real ways to protect yourself and your critters. This one will go. Tail's gonna go on a different layer. Tail. Driveway, I have to take breaks. I'm walking up. Oh my goodness. Dang. Well, you get your steps in. By default. I believe this tail is going in front of the pants. I might make her gray coat a little more purple-esque. I don't know. I'm looking at the colors that are coming in here. I'm like, I know I haven't put in any of the purple yet, but it's like, it's so monochrome. This is the old artwork for Haku. What is the... Because I was looking at the newer one when I was critiquing it yesterday. I was like, why is her head so big? Okay, so the headpiece color is still the same, looks like. I'm trying to make sure it's like accurate across both of her designs here. I'm gonna put this on a single layer and then just make clipping layers for the other colors. I don't feel like being too cautious for every part of this design of the headpiece. Welcome in, Frosty. Colors. Okay, I'm gonna start color picking. Need that one there, which needs to be a little more saturated, a little more purple. And it looks like need a okay. This is going to go underneath the hair. Let's go over to let's do the bow next. I'll do some color picking again. I try to change it just a little bit so that it matches up with the color tones that I'm using in the artwork that I'm making. Go over to the tail. Put the bow in here. make clipping layers and label those. Okay, this one, grab that color. It definitely looks way more purple than baby blue. So I'm changing it ever so slightly to get that same overall look. I need to turn the stabilizer on. It's a thinner line, it looks like. It's a cold elf. Oh, yeah, Frosty Leprechaun. I was like, what? Where's the elf? What's going on? The leprechaun. When I go to clean up the colors for this part right here will be all cleaned up and polished. But for right now, it looks a little messy because these colors are just gonna, they just exist everywhere right now. Pony backstory, what am I looking at? So these are Vocaloids. Well, technically Haku here is actually an Utaloid, so she's fan-made, but Gumi is a Vocaloid. So essentially what these are, to put it in its most like basic format, it's a vocal synthesizer. It's like making an instrument out of your voice, like with the AI stuff, but this like predates it by I don't know how many years, like 15 or so years. So it's a piece of software, and you figure out what notes you want it to sing, right? Like if I wanted to have this character sing with this particular song that's playing in the background, I would figure out what notes that I want her to sing in, and then I type in the lyric, and you can add in different, like you can break up the word into different syllables. You can make them sing it for a longer tone. They can change notes on a single word. Like, you know, if you were to sing, you know, something like, you know, oh, I don't know. I'm looking for like a random word, like thermal optics, right? If you were to sing like the word or the phrase thermal optics, but in not just one note, you can break that up into two different notes, you know, and have them sing it in a longer, you know, range. So her on and pump house, never dealing less burr. Oh my gosh, it must be like super cold. But I understand that because like it gets super cold over here. Creative use of autotune. It's kind of like autotune, but like autotune has to have a vocal to tune, and this creates the vocal out of nothing, like out of its voice bank. It's like you're taking samples. It's like you're sampling a voice bank, and then you're able to make a whole bunch of different words with it. You know, you can have them sing whatever. So just want more PS3 games. Yeah. I refuse to buy a PS5 because of the digital games aspect of it. I'm just like, I want tangible. I want a tangible game that I actually own. It's not just a license to play it. I want to actually own the disc and, you know, be able to play it even offline. So yeah, it's pretty nice, especially because, like, if you're really critical of the way that you sound when you're singing, even though it's like, because I've made my own Gumi covers before, and it takes the pressure off of trying to, like, perfect each take of singing, even though it's not my voice or anything, but I like the way that Gumi sounds. So these two characters are essentially from the same type of software, except for hers. Haku is fan made, and there's a program that's like Vocaloid, like or Synthvi, whichever. But they fan made it. They made it themselves, and so that's called an Utaloid instead of a Vocaloid, because it's technically not the same thing, and they don't sound nearly as polished either. So thank you, Horizon. I'm my own worst critic about it, and I hear little breaks in my whatever it is, like cadence or something, and I'm like, I don't like that. But I want to make my own original songs again and do something with it. But more often than not, she's been popping up in my music more. So Physical Library, I'm off the internet since September. Yep. And I wonder if it's like easier mentally, if it's less stressful. So yeah, and I think that's what's missing from the Vocaloid software, and maybe it's just because it's not bad tuning, because I use the AI for Gumi to do a lot of the tuning, because if I don't have an ear for it, I can't hear the tone change. So but there is a little bit of that, like, emotionlessness. So but it's essentially a robot. So games all too woke for me. There is, yeah, I saw that the whatever she was, the project manager for Dragon Age Veilguard was let go recently. And people in the comments were like, I bet she goes to Ubisoft. I bet she goes to Ubisoft after this. To go, friends. It's 5:28 a.m. in Portugal. It's cold. Oh my goodness. Warm up, Carlos. Get some good sleep, or have a good day, whichever one it is for you. But make sure you warm up, because that is cold. But have a wonderful rest of your day or night, Carlos. Yeah, I saw that. Lace and Blaze. I was like, I don't know how many dudes want to see that when they're playing COD. Indeed, thank you very much, comrade. Please, if you enjoy the artwork, make sure to slap that like button like it owes you money. I might actually make her hair like a gradient. So I'll put that over it. So it's a bit lighter up on top. Now offline, yeah. You probably don't have like a whole bunch of annoying people like screaming in your ear. And there was like, I can't remember what game it was that Wolf was playing, but there was like some really annoying people using their mic, and he just like muted them. He was like, I don't want to hear that. Well, I think it's just more immersive. It's more immersive when you're not being constantly like, I don't know, reminded about stuff that happens in the real world. That's what always takes me out of it. When there's like, and this goes for games, this goes for TV shows and movies, books even, like, it's like, I watched The Boys because I was trying to enjoy that show. And there's a scene where they go and they mention a politician from our reality. And this is supposed to be a show that's based on a comic that's about superheroes, you know, and the corruption that takes place within the brigades of the superheroes, right? It's like, you know, they go and they mention this real world politician in a very biased way. And I just stopped watching right after that. I was like, this is not, you've now ripped me out of this fictional universe and reminded me of this politician that exists in my universe. So if he exists in y'all's universe, why doesn't Homelander exist in mine? It's like, in my brain, I can't accept that this real world character is now in this fictional one. So why don't I have fictional characters in my real world? It's like when Star Trek went and put Stacey Abrams in there. I'm like, she's a real person. Why would you do that? Like, and this is supposed to take place in the future. She exists right now. How is she here? But then she's also in the future in Star Trek. How? I really don't like it when they do that. I feel like it really distracts from the story that I am choosing to spend my time to be immersed in, to be entertained by this, to be reminded of things that are happening in the real world is non-immersive. It's unimmersive, whatever that term is. It's like, it makes me wonder if the writers were like kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel for any kind of comedy. And I'm just like, it's not funny. It's disruptive. It's like, I want to be, you know, I want to escape this current reality, if for a little bit of time, just for the mental, you know, de-stressing of it, the mental relaxation. And then to be reminded of this, I'm just like, it's not helpful. This is counterintuitive to what you were trying to do in telling a story. Let's see. Sorry, I'll get back to my coloring here, but it's like, it's something that really grinds my gears. It's like how I get all, you know, weird about character designs when it doesn't make sense, when like the new design for Haku, because this is the older one, the newer design, her waist is like broken. It's broken. The new design for her is like, they went and they pushed her waist like all the way over here. She can't live like this. Where's her organs? You know, and then like they made her neck like huge. They made her neck like she's been lifting weights with her neck. It comes to a point where I'm like, that doesn't look right. Stop it. But it's when people do that, when the writers go and they insert a real person into a fictional universe, I'm like, stop that. Don't do that. Like, make it a different, I don't know, a different politician, but then you need to like make it so that we as the audience know who that character is because they're a reoccurring character. To have somebody all of a sudden, like, you know, making a gross comment about a politician from our real world, I'm just like, where are we? Where does this take place? Is it real? Is it fictional? Is it like... Because you have not established this person as existing in this universe. You're expecting the audience to assume that we know who this is and that we're, you know, keeping up to date on, you know, the current events of politics. I'm just like, this is not good writing. Cocaine, camels, and marblers. Oh my goodness. COD, Modern Warfare Disco squeezed into a wad. Oh my goodness, you made it. Wow. We're not military no more. It's... Yeah, I saw... Okay, so... Wolf and I have a friend that has... She ships 2 of the Call of Duty characters because of a single line of dialogue that is optional. And I'm just like, that's not... You don't form a ship off of a single line of dialogue that's optional. Like, that's not... And if this were to happen in real life, it's a passing joke. Like, no one's gonna go look at like 2 real life dudes and be like, oh yeah, they're joking about this. Oh, they must be gay. I'm like, that's not how real relationships are formed. That's not chemistry. That for a relationship like that, they're bros. They're bros, you know. And it's like, yeah. If I were to go and just like automatically ship, hi Spank, welcome in. If I were to automatically just start shipping people based off of a single line of optional dialogue, but in like, you know, the real world, like, oh, this person went and, you know, made this, you know, silly joke, the silly comment, you know, to this other guy. Oh, I'm gonna ship them now. I'd be like, people are gonna look at me like, what's wrong with you? They're joking. It's not that serious. So, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it is good. It's like, it's de-stressing, because if you're constantly just, I imagine that if you're constantly living in, you know, this real world space, and you don't play any video games, you don't watch TV, don't read books, don't do, you know, some sort of artwork, right? Something to alleviate the stress of the real world from your brain, right? Like, if you don't do that, I imagine that it's probably, you know, stressful and anxious, but I feel that it's healthy, you know? A little bit of escapism is good. It's, you know... But when it's infected by by like real world characters and even like real world events, you know, but the events thing, like if it's in an alternate dimension, right? It's a little more fictional and immersive, you know, to do. But when there's nothing that sets that up beforehand. And, oh, I haven't put in the top yet, that's why. When there's nothing that has set up that real world person to exist in this fictional universe, or these events, or, you know, whatever, right? It's like, it just makes the show or the movie or the game that I'm playing, like, it just makes it like it's just beating you upside the head with this, you know, dead point. It's like, we get it, okay? Can I just play my game and not be badgered and you know, being made to feel like I'm forced to this person's soapbox. So skins of weird stuff like brain fishbowl. What in the... See, that's silly. It's silly. And again, it's something that's like, because it's so silly, it kind of takes the, like I said, the immersion out of it, because if you're in a combat setting, you're not going to be wearing a fishbowl. Like, it's the ridiculousness. It's the ridiculous factor. So, turn weird. Oh my gosh, I heard about The Last of Us. Okay, don't even get me started on this, because I dated somebody that played Last of Us, and I think it was one. He played the first one and the second one, but the second one, because I heard about all this stuff by proxy, and I was doing light research on it because I wanted to understand what all of the upset was about. One of the big things that I saw in there was, why would, and spoilers if you haven't played Last of Us 2, why would Joel say his name to a group of people when he knows that he's wanted, that there's people out there looking for him and want to hurt him and kill him? Why would he say that? Why would, because I know he was with his brother, and his brother why would he go and like, does the brother not know? It doesn't make any sense character-wise. Why would this character do this? Same thing with Ellie. Why would, you know, in the middle of, you know, trying to do, what was it, like surveillance? Why in the middle of, you know, supposed to be doing surveillance with your gal pal there, why are you going and getting high and then bumping ugly? So like, you have a job to do. Why are you doing that? It's just, there's aspects of it that don't make sense for the environment that they're in and the tasks that they have been given, like in the relationships that they have already established in the game. Like, sometimes I wonder if the developers are like, oh no, the players don't know that. They don't pay attention to that as much. We can put that in. Tracers, then they locked tracers to sell in-game content. Oh my gosh. Doesn't that feel like a little bit of a betrayal? It's like, come on guys, why did you do this to me? Why did you do this? I just got this unlocked. Why would you? I feel that same way about the there's a horse game that I used to play. It's called Star Stable Online, and I've talked about this before, because the same thing with the character design. Like, it doesn't make sense why the hair color, the eye color, and personalities of their main four characters would entirely just change. What is going on there, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I wonder, same thing, right? If the developers of the studio just like assumes that the players aren't paying attention to that aspect of the game, and it's like, but we do. But we do. It's that escapism, right? Like, you get to know these characters in this environment very well. Returning, but I don't remember. I didn't play any Silent Hill games, unfortunately. I remember Pyramid Head's character design, because it's like, how could you not? I don't understand the appeal of it, but there's some people out there that very much enjoy Pyramid Head's design, and I'm like, I guess you want to be murdered someday. I guess I guess you just have a death wish. I don't understand it. Maybe because I don't have a death wish. Okay, arm sleeves are the same color. And that's going behind her hair. Oh yes, very terrifying, especially like, cause there's the physical design of like what they're wearing, and then like how their headpieces are designed, masks and stuff, and then there's the animation design. That is horrifying, because they just twitch around. Oh my god, the twitching stuff just makes my skin crawl. I don't. It adds so much to the creepiness factor, because you know they would be less scary if they were walking around and moving around like normal people. When you put in that, like, the twitching and like the head movements and stuff, oh my god. There's a reason I don't play like horror games, because I am just, those things stick in my brain too much and I'll have nightmares. But I just think I get too freaked out. I get too freaked out. And I get angry as well. I get like a little ragey. And I start talking back to the enemies to make it not feel as scary. Oh, I guess her hair is going to be covering up the little keypad there. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I do the same thing in haunted houses too, which is why I haven't been in a haunted house in a while. But I get too freaked out. I'll either start like cracking jokes, or I try to be scarier than the thing that's scaring me. And of course in a video game, like if you don't run and the thing's chasing you and you're like, you know, trying to size it up, it's gonna probably kill you. If you don't have any weapons on you to fight back with, you're not gonna survive very long. So, needless to say, I'm just not good at horror games. Yeah, the animation really, it swings it on home there. It's like, it's a little tick. Oh my gosh. You should have a horror character, a horror antagonist that has like Tourette's or something. Oh my goodness. Oh dang. I wish I knew what that felt like. Maybe I'll eventually get there. But to not be spooked, I'm like, dang, can I have some of that? Sometimes it feels like I'm on like a hair trigger with my nerves and my being spooked. I'm trying to put in all of the similar colors before I move on to the lighter gray purple that is her top. I think I have to go to the top though. Arm sleeves, let's do top. I almost feel like the the coloring aspect of it takes a little bit longer. I used to get so scared of nightmares about werewolves forever, and then one day I just wasn't scared anymore. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if the nightmares were like, I don't know, I'm trying to think about this. Like I try to put myself into people's shoes to understand what that must feel like, or you know, what might have happened or something. I don't know. That's really interesting though, Horizon Black. Like that just one day you woke up and you weren't scared anymore by those things, and not easily spooked at all. I wonder if it was like a frequency of the nightmares thing, or like maybe the brain's chemistry just changed. I don't know. That's interesting. I will say it's like, because I used to get really scared by, and this is like when I was younger. I have to preface that because it sounds so ridiculous when I'm recounting this, but I used to get scared by those chainmail emails. Exposure therapy. That might have been it. Yeah, that's a good explanation. But so yeah, I used to get like super scared by the chainmail emails that I would get when I was like in middle school. And there was one that just, it absolutely just scared the crap out of me, and I didn't sleep for like 3 days. And that was the Carmen Winstead story. These days, I'm just like, I see you know, some spooky, you know, chainmail thing, whatever, and sometimes it's even on Twitter, and I'm just like, that's not real. It's not real. I'm just not scared of it. So, and I wonder if it's that same thing with the exposure therapy, because I've been exposed to so many terrifying things on the internet that I'm just like, oh yeah, the little girl that fell down a well, or got pushed down a well, and she's gonna haunt me. Sure. Yeah, okay. Oh, you too, Laze and Blaze. Well, check that out. Got nerves of steel. The tie. After I'm done coloring Haku, I'm gonna do some line work on Gumi. So I'm actually pretty excited about that one. Even though Haku is my favorite, I'm excited to draw out the Gumi pony. I was told I was going to, where was a trip with the Ghosts and Lights, and Mr. Stinky never lets me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can imagine that mentally hearing that like you're gonna go to war is it's probably terrifying. But if you say you weren't scared, then I believe it. Issue so far as worked out, but occasionally I've thought about what I just didn't realize it was foolish confronting a oh wow Yeah, you need to have like some safeguards or like other people or I don't know, going about it in a very calculated and well thought out way. But I can see how the lack of fear could definitely be like a stumbling block. Because if you're, you know, getting yourself into situations where it's like, you know, you're putting yourself at risk, and because you have a lack of fear, it's like you don't assess the harm percentage. Like, what's the likelihood of me getting hurt by this thing? Yeah, I could see how it could be like, it's like one of those things that you tell your potential employer in a job interview. Like, they say like, oh, what's something that's, you know, it's positive about you, but, you know, could also be a negative. Well, yep, I think that could be one of them. So I own a Focus, not a Mustang. Oh my god. I would really like to own another Sidekick someday, or Geo Tracker, or, you know, Vitari Sunrunner, whichever they're called. They're called different things in different areas of the world. That's only if I actually have money to make it like an off-roading toy. Not my daily, because I used to have a Suzuki Sidekick as my daily. It was my first car. I have a tattoo of it. But that thing needed so much work, and trying to fix a 30-something-year-old car on a high school budget, it's not feasible. Not a fan of EV cars. I'm not either. There's something like, I don't know. Welcome in, Nails. Welcome in. There's something like more satisfying about the gas-powered cars. We're talking about cars right now. I briefly mentioned my 89 Suzuki Sidekick I used to have. But there's just, I don't know, there's something more like tangible or satisfying about the gas cars. I don't know. And even like diesel, like, I don't know, it's just, I think it's because I can't hear the electric cars. They're just so silent. I'm just like, it's gonna like creep up on me. It spooks me. Her top is not entirely done. Indeed, yes, we are. So right now I'm just coloring and lining this one, and then here in a little bit I'll move over to Gumi, over to this one, and start doing line work and coloring on that one as well. And then eventually I'll get this mic and the stand rendered out too, so it's a whole picture. Oh my gosh, Lays. But yeah, I'm trying to get like a full set of Vocaloid ponies. I feel like it's I don't know, it's a nice little collage or something of the mashup between Vocaloids and ponies. Because believe it or not, there's actually a figure of a Miku pony, and I wish that it was better. I really wish, because it comes with a figure of Miku, and I wish that the pony figure looked better, because it just kind of looks cheap. I'm just like, but we could have had something here. There's also figures of the main My Little Pony characters as anime girls, and I was like, I wish that the style was just a little less detailed in some areas, because I'm like, this is a children's show. This does not need to look like this. Inspired to draw cute things by you, another streamer. Oh, wonderful. Two chibis in time-lapse format. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Chibis are so cute. My typical work is so serious. I think it's there when you have like a healthy mix of both, you know, or just whatever you find enjoyable to draw, right? Like there's some days where it's more enjoyable to draw serious artwork, and then there's some days where it's more enjoyable to draw cute stuff. So I think having a nice healthy mix is probably a good bet. I found my meatloaf. But you don't get, so I don't. Wait a second. Wait, why are you making videos of meatloaf in a Ziploc bag? I have questions. What was the is it like convincing people to put their meatloaf in a Ziploc bag? I'm curious now. What was going on there? Okay, I'm gonna do the belt now. So that's just the next design aspect there. Thank you Streamlabs for coming in clutch there with the advertisements and links. I think eventually it'll post the other ones. A little bit of a darker shade of that blue purple. One of these days I'll have one of these belts that has these little triangles and this pattern on it. In second or third grade, I sketched a German G36. Dang, wow. Only like 10 years before its design went public. That's really cool. You had some time travel in there. Yeah, right? Yeah. You were ahead of the curve there. I had something similar to that happen to me in 2nd grade. There was this assignment in class, and we had to write this short story and then draw some pictures with it. And I'm trying to also get my next layer set up here. So I wrote this story about these 2 dragons. One was named Andy and the other one was named Rano. And in this story, it's somewhat similar to Bambi, which is weird because there's a line of dialogue that Rano says to the Andy dragon, and he goes and he says, "Oh, isn't that a girl's name?" And in my, 2nd grader head, I thought that made sense. And then Bambi 2 comes out. Bambi 2 comes out, and there's this antagonist little baby deer named Rano. And he says to Bambi, he says, "Bambi, isn't that a girl's name?" And when I first watched this, I was like, where is that story from 2nd grade? Where is this thing? Like, I could have sworn that I wrote that. Which is really weird when that happens. It's just really strange. The pigment shirt's gone by now. It was so close to modern weapon design, scares me a little. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, if that picture still exists, I hope that she kept it safe. Because that's freaky. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with his channel over there. I heard they ended it, but I don't know what's going on beyond that. Putting in the hoof color. I think this is gonna be a little too dark for hooves. Yeah. Let's make it that one. Block that. It's a little bit lighter. And then she needs shoes. Just so silly putting actual shoes on a small horse. So they're gonna be white, it looks like. Underneath the pants, so I don't have to do too much cleaning up. I think I can just copy and paste this. Grab that purple color again. And then she needs her little marking. No. I was going to use the text tool, but I'm just gonna freehand this, I think, because you hardly see the T besides the M. The M is like totally covered, but in DT, that stands for desktop. I found that out yesterday. This part, her belt needs to be erased right here. The belt loops. Okay, so that's colored besides this little alcohol bottle of some sort, whatever she's drinking. Brown bottle. Okay, both a Hulk sled for the 29 years movie coming out soon, 28 weeks. Oh, gotcha, that one. Yeah. Or a pole sled? Yeah, we have something for the snow. I think we have like one of those shovels, those really big shovels. It was funny actually. We went to Home Depot and we were looking at those, at the snow shovels, and we had already picked one out. And one of the employees was like, "Oh no, get this one. This one is way better. I use this one." So we were like, "Okay, like I guess that one's better." So we have fortunately not had to use it just quite yet, but one of these years it's probably going to come down really thick. Pulling gear is easier than carrying gear. Here, I agree. Because then you've got, some sort of leverage, for that heavy object to move over. And it's not just, your back vertebrae that are being compressed by it. Okay, let's go over to the Gummy Pony. I know I haven't cleaned this up yet or recolored the lines. I just want to get the line work of this in. That's really where I'm at. Gummy line, which is, it's funny to read because it sounds like it's like a cue line of some sort. From belt around the waist so much faster. Oh, gotcha. That's how you do it. Make sure these are even. Okay. Have a good night, Horizon Black. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I hope that your cute drawings go well. Use as a shelter. Hey, check that out. It's got multi-purposes. Okay, I'm gonna start with the body here because it just makes the most amount of sense. Whoa. Wrong angle on my pen there. Every now and then I have to change the nibs on my pen because they'll wear down and then they start to wear down on the tablet itself, so. Backpack sucks, but I can walk and pull stuff easily. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense though. So, you gotta alleviate that pressure. This was funny to draw. I'm gonna put a horse in heels. I'm gonna be right back. I need to get myself some more water. I looked down at it and I was like, why is it empty? Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Actually, where'd my pen go? I'm gonna put over here. I'm gonna be right back. Okay. Okay, my goodness. The cat is like... oh my gosh, this cat. So we have like a little water fountain for the cat. And she's taking like the longest drink ever. I think she's, I don't know, maybe she got a craving for water or something, or she's dehydrated. But she's got like, as she's drinking, the water fountain part of it is just like hitting the side of her face. And me and Wolf are both looking at her like, what are you doing? You crackhead. Oh my goodness. Yeah, May, you gotta hydrate. Gotta hydrate. What do you think about the Aronas Monday? Such big ops starting. Look, I think... What do I think about it? I think it's necessary because obviously, like, they didn't come in legally. They're not here legally. And mind you, like, my mom came to this country from Holland legally. And all of Wolf's relatives came to this country illegally. So it's kind of, and my mom is a citizen now too. So it's like, oh, okay, Spank. We will, when the date comes out, we'll put it on the calendar. But yeah, so like the people that have not gone through the proper processes, it's kind of like I find it to be disrespectful to the people that did go through the processes and are here legally, because like Again, like my mom became a citizen. She knows more about this country than I do, and I was born here. So I'm just like, I have more respect for people that have gone through the process as it's supposed to be gone through than the people that have not done that. I think that like if you're not here legally, like what are you doing? Like, so whenever I see that there's products that are like made in America by Americans, but there's a higher price tag on it, I'm okay with that, because I'm proud of my country. I have a little American flag that I fly in the window here for everybody to see. So, addition to bathrooms, sink for cats, hot new cat setup, scratch pull for it. Oh my goodness, you got like the cat setup in every room. Just in case. The cat will try to like hang out with me while I'm in the bathroom doing my thing, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm not trying to hang out with you when you're in your litter box, okay? I'm not trying to cozy up with you in there. Get out. Give me some privacy. Ma'am. Got Dog the Bounty Hunter cleaning up. Oh my goodness. He's got a task ahead of him. Yep, that's right. Just in case. We got the little automatic feeder thing because we were gone for a day for Christmas, and then we came back up, but we didn't want the cat to like be left in here just, you know, with no food, no water and stuff, and like destroying things, and then B also having like, if there were to be somebody that is looking for that cat, and, you know, they see that, you know, there's no food, there's no water inside of this house, then it doesn't look like she's being taken care of. So is it snacking time, Lace? Getting the snack bags open. Something about that don't look right. There we go. There's some kind of anatomy going on there. Oh, just in case. It's a good plan, just in case. Okay, let's see, she's got this part. She has a little collar, but there's also parts of the neck that you can still see. True. You never know how life's gonna go. Oh, did you stop recently? I know there's people out there, they switch to like gum, or they switch to something that is like an oral fixation kind of a thing. A lot of times the brain is used to certain habits, like physical, you know, putting something to the mouth. So I've seen a lot of people, they'll have some sort of like an empty like mouth piece or something like that, right? Oh, stop nicotine. Gotcha. Well, you know, the devil's cabbage is probably better for you than the nicotine. I think it's there's less of a like physical and mental dependency. Because I get into this little argument with Wolf about this all the time, that there's a difference between addiction and dependency. If you are getting like like actual withdrawal symptoms, that's an addiction, you know, like, but when there's no symptoms of withdrawal, but there's still this like mental pull to partake in that, then it's a dependency, because you're mentally dependent and you formed a habit. So it's like to simply replace that item with something of similar but less harmful nature. It makes getting off of that stuff a lot easier. I've gone down the comment threads of people arguing this back and forth, and I'm like, there's either withdrawals or there's not. And I have gone on tolerance breaks from the devil's cabbage before, and there's no withdrawals. It's that habit. It's the habit of putting something to the mouth and inhaling, exhaling, and then feeling something different. So, hello CJ Destroy Animation, welcome on in. Good to see ya. Yeah, I've seen people do that. Have you seen recently they've got these, they're just awful. It's just awful, because I have coworkers that are doing this at work while they're on the clock. They have the little Zen patches that you can just put in your mouth and stuff, and I'm just like, that's awful. That's like, yeah, I don't know. And it's all in like Gen Z. It's all in the youth, like my age range. I saw there was a post on Twitter that somebody was saying that Gen Z is doing less drinking. And I commented on there. I was like, yeah, but they're popping Zins and puff bars like crazy. Okay, they replaced it with something else. If it's not one thing, it's something else. So, and then with the TikTok ban going on right now, it's like they are just going off the charts. They're what is it? Crashing out. They're just really crashing out. Because again, that's also a I think that would be a dependency on a certain platform for entertainment, like. Four or 5 monsters a shift or a day is too much. Yeah, because you're just like shaking. Just bouncing off the walls and shaking. Let me tell you a story. Okay, this is a little story time while I'm doing some line work here. So when I graduated high school, we had this thing called a senior all-night party. And it's like a celebration after graduation. It's like your last hurrah of hanging out with your senior friends, your senior party class. And at my senior all-night graduation, or whatever it was, senior all-night party, they had a whole bunch of like Subway sandwiches. There was prizes to win, and then there was Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros being a coffee shop that is very prevalent here in Oregon. They're also expanding all throughout the country. One of my favorite coffee places to go to. But they had these things called Rebels, and they're like Red Bulls, essentially. There was this kid named Ricky, and he threw back 30 or something of those. I thought it was like he was trying to drink the most Rebels out of anybody there at the party. This kid was wired, like shaking, maybe sweating, I don't know, but like just the body's not meant to take in that much caffeine. And I have 1 cup of coffee and I'm like just anxious. So I can't imagine. That's just awful. I was like, Ricky, you are nuts. So, but that guy was a little nuts anyway. because me and my friend group back then, we hung out after high school, and I was already done with, and interesting choices were made by that guy. I'll leave it at that. Today had to be a wait alert, badass job title. Yeah, right, like you have to put them to use. Like, you know, otherwise you're just sitting there and just like, you know, shaking. I don't know what else to do. I have to tell myself that with a cup of coffee these days. I'm like, am I getting up super early and going someplace? Do I need to like really focus on this thing? Am I going for a long drive? Like, I have to have a purpose for this caffeine. Otherwise, I'm gonna sit here at my desk and it's not gonna go anywhere except for out of my pores, and it's gonna ruin my artist gloves, it ruins my shirts, and I have to be purposeful with my coffee. Which sounds so silly, but that's the point of life that I'm at. And it's so interesting to say that, because like my family is very much like, you know, like the coffeeholics. You're addicted to coffee. Like that's the background I come from, is very much, you know, caffeine positive, and I love me some hazelnut creamer, but like if it's not being put towards something, I feel like I'm imploding. I have to town next week to check my P.O. box. That's it all month. Oh, sweet. Me and Wolf on Monday have to go to the post office because we're pretty sure that the previous tenants of this place are once again holding the mail. Like, they put a hold on it, and so they're keeping it at the post office. I'm like, you don't live here anymore, lady. Get your address changed on your things, on all of your stuff. Your children's school stuff that we've been getting, your voter information, like your what else is it? There's like insurance stuff. I'm like, why have you not changed your address? Do you have a new address? I don't want to get your bills anymore. They really do, ladies and plays. They really, really do. Because it's... yeah. Sometimes I'm like, who is working here? So silly. I've had to go over there and get packages because Amazon will say like, oh, the customer chose the option of having it picked up at the post office. I'm like, no, I didn't. I want it at my house. I don't want to go over to the post office. It's cold. There's black ice out there. I don't want that. So yeah, but the last time I had to go over and do that, I asked the post office guy, I was like, is there any way to not let her be able to do that? He's all like, no. She did it online, apparently. There's, I guess, a way you can do that over the internet. I'm like... Lady over the camera said, not government with the... What? What in the world? United States Postal Service. Interesting. Yeah, like that's what I would assume, that like they are part of that because it stands for the United States Postal Service. Just the names you said. What in the world? I looked this up, Spank, or Lays and Blaze. Get my names mixed up, but I'll look this up. This is Wikipedia. Okay, so mind you, people can come in and change this, but like, It says here, the United States Postal Service, also known as the Post Office, U.S. Mail, or simply the Postal Service, is an independent agency of the executive branch of the United States federal government, responsible for providing postal service in the United States, in its insular areas and associated states. It also goes, and it says here, ladies and blazes, it says, it is one of a few government agencies explicitly authorized by the Constitution of the United States. So it is part of the government. It's an independent agency of the federal government, of the executive branch. Their headquarters are in Washington, D.C. It says jurisdiction, United States federal government. Like, I'ma link it in chat. You can read it yourself and then reread it to that lady. Yeah. Anyway, back to the ponies. It's just like, that sounds wrong. She sounds wrong. Rain, sleet, or snow. I think I would pick rain over the other two, so. Kevin Costner and Tom Petty in The Postman. I have not seen it. Nope. I have not seen that movie or TV show, whatever it may be. I don't know. Oh, cool. I assume it's about the postman. I assume it's about the Postal Service. That part of her nose needs to be on the other side. Ah, gotcha. Google it? Okay, I will. And then I gotta get back to doing my Lineworks. Postman. Oh. Oh, that was put out the year I was born. Check that out. Post-apocalyptic adventure film. Where are my sticky notes at? There. I'll write that down. I am a sucker for post-apocalyptic adventure movies. There's something about the post-apocalyptic part of it, or also war movies. My brain enjoys them for some reason. I'm amassing a watch list because of you guys. Oh, about the afterworld. That's cool. Tell AI to write rap song about going post. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll have to check it out when we're looking for stuff to watch. Because usually we're like, okay, I don't know what to watch, right? And then we find something random, and then, you know, we don't really know if it's gonna be good or not. But you know, when you hear from other people, like, no, this one's pretty good. You know, there's more of a testimony there. I think the body's done besides like the face part of it. Oh, I'm gonna switch over here to her since that's what I'm working on. Revolution NBC series, best ever. I wonder if my parents have seen that. They might have. It sounds familiar. Oh, gotcha. I think it was a good set of years for series and for movies. I think this would actually be more on the body layer than the rest of that face. Oh, you're all good. Again, I'm amassing a watch list because of chat, so. This eye's a little too big. I need to move this a little bit over. Okay, I was wondering, I was like, is that supposed to be Iron Sky? I think it's Sky. I was looking at my keyboard, I was like, the D is right next to the S. Iron Sky? I don't think I've seen Iron Sky either. Put the eye inside, underneath that layer. I think I'm going to make this line just a little bit smaller. It needs to be a little more rounded too. Okay, the face, the eyes, and the body are in. Let's put the hair in, because I just want to. My community notes on my page of a picture of her up. What do you think for 42? Okay, let me check this out, Spank. Welcome in, Strawman. I'm making a Gumi pony because I made the I'm almost done with the Haku pony, so I'm making the Gumi one next. I'm going to have them sing together. Go to channel, posts. I think she has nice facial features, from what I can see. I would say go for it. 40, I would not have guessed 42. I would have guessed like mid 30s. Mid to late 30s. But I wouldn't guess 42 now. Oh, from Canada. And to find out what figure I have is from Soccer Girls. Oh my goodness. Well, hey, at least you know now. My tetherball, I don't have one. Oh my goodness. I used to play that in like elementary school, but the kids that I used to play tetherball with, they would always like hit it way too hard, and I was like, okay, you win. That's fine. I'm gonna walk away now. Oh, thank you. I have received a sandwich yet again. Good timing because I was starting to get a little bit of a headache. Okay, let me... trying to decide in my head what I want to do. Do the line work for her hair or eat really quick. I think I might eat really quick. I'm getting a headache. I'm sorry guys. I have to munch down on this first half of the sandwich really quick. Okay. Most of them bad. Oh my goodness. Is Streamlabs posting my other links? I don't think it is. Why is it doing that? Why are we not posting the other links? Cloudbot, timers. What is going on there? Cry during Billy Williamson Adventures and Rampage. I probably will. Or she will. Whoever you're talking about. I'm confused and I'm like, just confused and hungry. And I want to figure out what's going on with my timers. Blupperella, what in the world? That sounds so silly. Okay, maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna eat the first half of my sandwich here, and I'll be right back. I'm trying to make sure you guys don't see me eat because this ain't no mukbang channel. yourself with a splash screen that goes in and steam of the can for when you're eating. That's a good idea, actually, Strawman. I could make like an illustration of myself like chowing down on something and have that in the camera here. That'd be a good idea, actually. Okay. I'm not entirely done with it, but I have to put it down. I have this thing with my nerves. Sometimes I'm not able to like fully swallow the food that I just chewed off. And so it's happening. And so I just need to give it some time and then I'll be able to eat the rest of it. But for right now, I can't. I can't eat the whole thing. But eventually it will be entirely eaten. So my thing is going off. Was it your job? Wait, what? Out in confusion. What were you managing or producing a show where there's like a splash page? Video boards for cons, everyone needed several splash screens. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, that would make sense then. But yeah, I need like a little splash screen for when I'm eating. So it's not just this empty camera here with my chair moving around every now and then. Time the company controlled over 70% of the East. Jeez, wow. Well, no kidding, you need like several splash screens then. That makes sense. Oh no. I think that the situations would be quite the opposite then if that was the case. It'd be like, hey, can we come work for you? Oh man, I talk about job security then. Okay, your goggles are there. So that means it's just gonna come out here. I try to remember it all. Whole lifetime, events, jobs, etc. Now just play today. Yep. I live for the now. Yep, but I think that's a good signifier of a well-lived life. This is gonna go over the hair, headset. I wasn't initially gonna keep this shape, but I think it actually works out well in the direction that she's facing. This right here is uneven and I don't like it. CRSs? I don't know what CRSs are. Doesn't matter no more. I mean, like, that's your legacy. It holds something, but yeah, the terms, the terminology, I can imagine that remembering what those terms mean probably doesn't matter anymore when you're not in that scene. And then you have other things to worry about and remember, you know, like that's just how life goes, you know. Things change, priorities change. Welcome back, Niels. Well, I've got like less than an hour left in my show, so if there's any time to be getting sleepy, I think the later hour is going to help you out. And hopefully some of this music too. Let's throw some eyebrows in, which is always funny on a horse. Try to make these a little bit darker than the hair. I think inside of her head, singing with Haku, she's probably thinking like, why does she sound like a deeper toned Miku? It's because she is. I might make that a little thought bubble in her head. Yep, keep them windows closed. She's finished setting up a live panel for tomorrow at 1 p.m. Oh, wonderful. Western. Oh, awesome. I'll have to check that out. If we're up in time, that is. We've been attempting to go to bed earlier, but sometimes it's just not working. This just doesn't work. The brain does not turn off when you want it to. Country Day Lemonade Crystal Summit in. Oh, nice. See, that's what I'm saying. Different priorities, different times. I'm gonna prioritize this lemonade. Folks and organizations have been working alongside since day one. Oh, that's wonderful. So they're gonna have a bunch of information, answers for people's questions, and that'll be great for getting them out there too, exposed to different audiences, new people. Right. Yep. And there's only so much that the caffeine's gonna do to replace those hours of sleep, but we'll try our best to at least watch like the replay of it if we end up missing it. I know that's what Carol actually does, because again, with her being in Florida on the East Coast, she's already in bed by the time that my stream starts. But she watches the replays of them. So if we end up missing it, we'll watch the replay. It's probably my son-in-law at Asheville. Oh, okay, gotcha. I was confused. I was like, what? What? Shrimpy guy. My Stream Deck decided to not work for a little bit, so I had to reset the dang thing. My goodness. So I don't like to cough or sneeze or like clear my throat with the microphone on, so I'll go and like mute it. I'm just like, why is it not muting? She's got kind of a flipped up kind of a tail design to her. I was trying to look at her hair and I'm like, okay, how can I make a tail with this? And that's how this came about. Everywhere in Western North Carolina. I believe it. I believe that. Especially with the chaos going down over there. I don't think I'll put a line there on that one. Well, actually I will. Something subtle like that. Not as much as Haku's tail, but she has a shorter tail. Sounds like you've got yourself a plan there, Spank. Sounds like you've got something in the works there. And especially if you've been praying for it. I mean, that's what Wolf did. So, and then like 2 weeks later, I came around. I was like, "Hello, I'm in your chat now." And pretty sure the rest of you guys know. So, oh, cool, ladies and boys. The is it like the You Are Here series cups? My mom collects those. That's how I know about that. My aunt and uncle will go all over the country, and they'll send her a cup from the state that she doesn't have. So, oh, that reminds me, actually, I need to get a Starbucks coffee cup from Alabama this next time. Like, we actually need to make time for it this time. Because we were in such a rush to get to the convention center and the hotel that I'm just like, Starbucks cup, it's over my head. But I've been meaning to get one of those for my mom because she collects them. Okay, let's go to the shoes. Just randomly picking. Shoes. Part of me is thinking, like, am I gonna end up copying and pasting this? I don't know. Because then the line width will not be the same. Welcome in, beer guy. Hope you've been doing well. Oh, the Been There series, gotcha. Oh, that's cool. You are the continent trotter. Or I guess country trotter. I am currently drawing heels on a horse. So that's where I'm at right now. And I feel kind of silly in drawing heels on a horse. This needs to be as straight as I can get it. I agree. Granted, I've only ever... Well, I've been to Florida before, and I've been to Ohio. But there is just something about the West Coast There's a certain feel to it. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's either work or I'm doing this, making music, working on my comic, or doing housework. So I'm getting back into the mental state of gardening though, because I grew the cat some oat grass and it's doing really well. And then my little bonsai tree, I don't know how, but it has like a dandelion growing out of it. So I've been getting back in the mood for gardening. $85, dang. She's still kicking. I have seen some people in their 80s that are just like, they're super fit because they take care of themselves. My mom, she likes to run a lot of 5Ks and half marathons. She had this one race that was really, really difficult, and she, I guess, was she was running with this older lady. I don't know how old she was, but it was impressive that she was able to even do that race. So it's called the Smith Rock Ascent. I guess that is like crazy. There's some years that they don't do it because of how dangerous it gets with the temperature, I guess. Rest well, Niels. Have pleasant dreams. Stay warm yourself. I hope to see you again in the future. I used to run a lot more 5Ks when I was younger. I have like a whole thing of medals from them. Like I didn't come in any like place, but it's like a participation medal, because it's also part of a charity. So it's like a charity run that came with a medal for it. What were those called? That's gonna like, it was, oh, it's the Uberthon. The Uberthons. I used to do that with my mom and my brother a lot. I think my dad did some of them too. I think both my brothers did. But yeah, the Uberthons. They didn't do a New Year's run, they only did a turkey-thon. Where is that? Because they usually do a race for every holiday. Usually they would be like, yeah, no, it's just turkey-thon. It's not, there is no like New Year's run. That's weird. So I party like a madman, she's almost the sea. Oh no. Yeah, you gotta be careful with who you're mixing parties there. You're mixing parties. Reminds me of this meme that I saw, where it's a picture of a guy kind of looking all awkward, and he's like, when you are using personality type A with friend group C and the jokes are not landing. It has a different shape to it. I notice here in Gummy's design with her shoes, I feel like they're two different shoe. The tip of the shoe seems a little different, and maybe that's just me, but I feel like this one has more of a you know, a point to it. And this one is more rounded. Like, there's more dimension happening right here. Like, if they were to be the same shoe, it would go down like that. Then there's also, her leg is slightly angled, so that makes it look a little stranger, actually. Because this knee should be like right over here. If it's... I'm analyzing this too much. But like, it's just, why does it look like she's wearing two different shoes? I feel like this angle, like, even if it's the ankle spank, it's just, it feels like it raises up a little bit near the toe. It's just slightly shaved off, like, sometimes anime art, it's a little, it distracts me sometimes when something is like, why does it look like it's two different shoes? It's me, fun times, yes, fun times. Yeah, I have to just tell myself, like, don't even look at them. Don't even, I'm gonna put them behind my camera. I can't see them. I'm gonna end up like doing it to my own artwork. I'm like, that doesn't look right. And I have the ability to change it and fix it. I can do this. Oh my goodness. Let's do skirt next. Ship a new upper to you from Washington, your P.O. Box. I don't know if you're talking to me, Lays and Blaze. We don't have a P.O. box yet, but I would have to ask Wolf about that. If only he was in the chat, then he could answer. But he is not. Yeah, that's a wolf question. Well, we were supposed to get a P.O. box by this point, but they want a bunch of forms of documentation. I'm just like, Wolf is the one with that documentation. So, because originally it was gonna be me that was filling all that out, and then it's like, you need like pieces of mail, you need, you know, the photo ID, and I'm like, I have that, I just don't have the mail. Because this lady is holding our mail. So it's just a thing of going out and doing it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I would definitely, and I'll mention it to him too. But I would definitely get in contact with Wolf about that. I imagine that's what all of them turn into when they get to a certain point. My neighbor's got his big ass drop going. Hello, Jellyfish Art. Welcome on in. I have been drawing Vocaloid ponies. Because that's the crossover that I'm into these days. And I did these when I was younger too, so I was like, I should go back to them. Good night, beer guy. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Hope that you rest well, and I hope to see you again in the future. Okay, let's get to, I need to reshape this a little bit. There we go. Needs to feel a little snuggly on her waist. Her horse waist. Like I said, I was like, I feel strange putting heels on a horse. Like, what are we even doing? But it's fun, so. Well, thank you very much, Jellyfish. I have fun making it. I like making pretty stuff. I like making those crossovers that nobody else has thought of, even though like the Vocaloid pony crossover has been done before. I want to make my own Gumi and Haku ponies. Just like, I want to do this. So, just like I made the Gumi cover of that Korn song. It's like, and then there's the cover they did for Coheeding Cambria. Somebody commented on it saying like, I had like never thought that of this crossover before, but I love this. So, Little Pet Shop Vocaloids. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. I love that. Where is Honey Bun tonight? They were here earlier. During the they were here early. They were here super early, like half an hour early. So they're somewhere. I don't know. They might be lurking. Yes, they are. They are okay. The horses are okay. I will say, when I was first sketching this out, trying to visualize her skirt in pony form, I was like, how do we move this in this direction? And we're gonna squish it together. It's been a labor of love. I like figuring out these pieces and how to adapt the design to a different creature, a different version. Hello, Dun and Dum. Welcome on in. Oh, thank you. I love Gumi too. I've been enjoying making synth V covers using her, especially since like, because I've been super into Vocaloid since I was in like, oh my gosh, like middle school, high school, and it had always been a dream of mine to make my own Vocaloid songs or covers even. And it's only recently that it was like this last year that I got Synth V and Gumi with that, and I was like, it's time. So I've been messing around in the digital audio workspace I've got and making Gumi covers, and then I try to make artwork that correlates to the song that she's singing. So I'll make like a custom outfit for her. So like with the Korn cover, I went and I drew her in a Korn t-shirt from that album that the song's from. I was like, the colors of this just match so well, because the t-shirt is like a teal cyan design, and I was like, this just matches so well with her hair color. Like, I gotta do this. So eventually I'll make a Gumi cover of Twisted Transistor, because that was the very first Korn song I ever heard. And I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but I just want to make it. I just want to know what that sounds like. To be hearing Gumi singing, music. I want that. And I want to be able to draw her in this, rocker pose with a Korn shirt. I'm just like, this is just awesome. This is what Vocaloid is for. It's for this experimentation, and it's such a beautiful thing. I just love it so much. So gummy bag. Oh, mate, go play. Go play on your PS3, man. Or a movie to write down if it's current events we're having. Indeed. I'm a little confused by the statement, but I agree nonetheless. I think if you are itching to get back on the PS3, I mean, hey, it's the weekend. Do what fancies you. Oh, thank you. There's a line from a song that I've mentioned it before, but again, like, there's certain pieces of lyrics that just kind of stick in my head and they just make sense. But there's a line from a song by Fox Stevenson. I can't remember the name of the song itself, but the line is, "I'm just an echo of the things I like." And when I first heard that, I was like, bingo, that's exactly what's going on here. I'm just an echo of things that I like, and I like combining these things. So, what drawing program am I using? I am using Clip Studio Paint. If you are curious at all about like what tablet I'm using, what computer I have, what mic I'm using, I have a command for it, and it's right there for you. So, just in case. I do too. It's like I really enjoy pieces of creativity that, like, after I'm done listening to it, after I'm done watching it or reading it or playing the game, right? It makes me think about life differently. Like, it changes me a little bit. I want to evolve with each piece of music that I hear or movie that I watch. I want to grow as a person. Like, I think that's where that comes from. I want to be made to think about something in a different way because this other person thinks about it like that, you know, and to have that properly conveyed in an art piece, whether that's, you know, like a game or a piece of music or artwork, or anything really, like to have that thought accurately portrayed in this piece so that others may feel and think about this. There's something like really profoundly beautiful about that because it's either made by one person and it's like the time and the thought put into it and the energy, like it really says something. Or you have to be part of a team, you know, and there's discussion and agreement and disagreement about how this piece is going to be displayed out there for the world to see and to interact with. You know, it shows some real care and dedication. So I don't know, I just have more appreciation for that kind of stuff. How much? My old piano teacher. Oh, really? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, thanks. You know, it's funny because like I had an old piano teacher growing up, and she was also my opera teacher. But she was so funny because the way that she would show an example of like how to tighten your diaphragm. She was like, you need to just feel how tight my diaphragm is when I'm projecting my voice here. And so she's like, I need you to punch me in the diaphragm. And I'm like, this is an old lady. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm a high schooler. I think I was actually in middle school, but it was so funny. It made me remember that memory. It's like, I don't want to punch you. She's like, just do it. You're not going to hurt me. I'm like, okay. It's like wireless, prefer not using it. Ah, interesting. Why is that? Is it like it's not comfortable or something, Lazen? Oh, thank you very much, Jellyfish. I think I'm not trying to like over explain, but this is art therapy. I'm also hanging out with you guys, and then I do some analytical breakdowns of like, why is it that I I think in this way, or like, you know, I try to put myself into other people's shoes so I can better understand people. But I think I just do a lot of like breakdowns. Like I break down like why does this thing upset me, or why does this thing like really inspire me? Like, I don't know. I like to figure out the why. Well, thank you very much for subscribing, Dun and Dumb. I appreciate that very much. Again, sometimes the Streamlabs does not notify when someone's subscribed, but I do appreciate it very much. Everyone that has. I'm on a journey towards 600 subscribers. I'm getting closer. Once I hit the 600 subscriber milestone, because I did this for the 400 milestone, I'll make an art piece with my pink-haired Vivian character in it. And I take suggestions and ideas from the chat, from what I should add to the scene. This last one that I did, the 400 one, there's butterflies and dragonflies, because somebody in chat was like, I really enjoy butterflies and dragonflies. They remind me of my wife. And so I went and I put that in there. And then there's also that little, I think it's a butterfly design on the hammock that my character is sitting in. But same thing. So I like to do little community projects once I hit those milestones. And it means more artwork of my character, so I'm like, it's a two birds, one stone kind of a thing. Kind of like with this piece here, because I have a time lapse going on it, so it will record all of my pen strokes. As well, if I do like any backspacing, it records that too. Thank you, I do too. I hope I get there before I'm making this like super easy on myself, but I hope I get there before next year. How good are you at portrait drawing? I think I'm pretty good at it. I mean, it depends on the level of realism that you're wanting, because here I will pull up an example here, because I just so happen to have these profile picture examples. So I've got these two. Let me move these over. Okay, so this is my best friend. This is a portrait drawing that I did of my best friend. And then this is one of myself from when I was a little bit younger. And I also have one of Kit Kat. Oh yeah. I have one of Kit Kat. Where did it go? It's very pink. Where is this? So if you're asking about these kind of portrait drawings, I can do these. But these are technically paint overs, because there's an original photo and I trace over and paint over it to get this and then I change the eyes, because these are anime eyes. I actually really like the way that the green one of my best friend turned out, because I was like, I love these eyes so much, please. Let me see if I can find the one that I did for Kit Kat, because that one turned out pretty well too. Commissions, comms finished, characters. Oh, here she is. Final. So this one, yeah. So this is the one that I did of Kit Kat. Again, another one of the paint overs, but I change the way that the eyes are rendered and the shading. I smoothen things up a whole bunch, because in anime you're not going to be seeing everybody's pores. So, but yeah, so if you're looking for a portrait of that nature. I can do those. I can do these stylized portraits that you guys have seen me do a whole bunch of. Where are they? Like these ones. I can do these kind of like stylized portraits. I also do chibis too. So digital portrait drawings because I'm a traditional artist. I recently just dived into digital art 2 years ago. Oh, wonderful! Traditional artwork is so. There's something very, very like wholesome and precious about it because, and I've done like a breakdown of my thoughts of like the traditional art versus digital art so much, but it's really a thing of like being overwhelmed by how many tools are at your disposal. Like, what do you do with all of it, right? I don't know. I feel like for my experience in drawing like traditional versus digital, I almost prefer to draw traditional, take a picture of it once I'm happy with where it's at, and then transfer it over digitally and do what I can't on paper, but do it on the computer, and then progress that piece farther along in its process. But when I'm starting out a piece on the computer here, I sometimes run into that problem where I'm like, my imagination is a little bit stifled by the amount of tools at my disposal, if that makes any sense. It's like an overwhelming kind of like, I could do so many things with this canvas, I don't even know. But when it's simplified down to the paper and pencil, those are your tools, plus an eraser. All of that extra heavy work is coming from your brain, your own creativity, your own inspiration and skill set. So it's just, I don't know. I have a greater appreciation for traditional artists because there is more creativity and imagination, I feel, that's demanded in paper and pencil drawings, and even in pen. Like, it's with pen, there is no undo. When that ink hits the paper, it has hit the paper. You know, that's the other side of that digital artwork aspect of it, is that like you have the potential to make this like so overdone perfect that the human error parts of it are like kind of taken out, and I'm like, I don't know. I could go into a deeper dive into it, but that's my opinion on it. I will oftentimes take out my sketchbooks over here, draw something, and then take a picture of it and put it in here because I'm not overwhelmed by, you know, the fact that I've got all of the world's colors that are, you know, humanly visible. I have all of these at my disposal. I have all of these tools. In Clip Studio Paint, you can download custom brushes from all over the world. I feel that one should start traditionally and then move to digital, like you're doing, Jellyfish. Because you have to learn the fundamentals of the actual drawing process, and what better to do that on paper and pencil. So, you know, where you're forcing your brain to do that heavy lifting, and there's no, you know, there's no ability to take an image off the internet and then, you know, download it, put it into your art program here, and then just trace over it, right? Like, you could do that with a traditional drawing and printing it out, putting it on a light box, and, you know, doing that. I did that in middle school as I was beginning to learn how to draw traditionally, in the more proper way that the art teacher was teaching us. I don't have a good history with art teachers. I had an art teacher, Miss Tom. She banned anime in her art class. She was like, none of you are allowed to draw that anime. I was like, it's anime. But she was like, none of you are allowed to draw that in class. Because she said it's not an art style. Yeah, I wanted to throw hands. I was like, it is an art style. It's several. Like, there are so many different types of styles in anime. And in manga, I'm just like, I was like, this is so ignorant. Oh my goodness. And so it just made me want to draw more anime. And in all of my other classes too. So it kind of worked against her in that way, because I just kept on drawing anime. Hers looks like so unique. Oh, thank you very, very much. I like to think it's like a combination of anime and, or I don't know, it's like I don't even know what kind of style anime it's a combination of, but it's something in the like Renaissance classic Disney style. Because one of my favorite movies is Treasure Planet, and I don't know, the style of that kind of, and also there's Anastasia and Spirits Down the Cimarron, but those are different studios, but it's still 2D animation. Then I'm just like, when I first saw those movies, I was like, this is amazing, this is like changing my life. So I know, right? I was like, what do you mean anime's not an art style? If I could go back in time and be like, alternate universe where I just walk out of that class. I'm like, no. But I made some good friends in that class, so. Started drawing, it didn't like anime, and you know how there is that saying artists always have an anime phase, and I a little while later had an anime phase. Oh my goodness. Developed in my current art style as well as a mix of old Disney and Looney Tunes. Oh, I love that. See, and it's just like, it's again a very much like an echo of the things that you like. It's a combination of things that you have seen and that you enjoy. And so that when you go and you make your own drawings, you very much enjoy your own drawings. And to create these combinations and like combinations of styles too, right? It's like making things that people hadn't ever thought to combine before, you know. I only had one art teacher that didn't like anime art style. Oh, you lucky. I had like one art teacher in high school that I actually liked because she felt like she was like the embodiment of an art teacher, like what an art teacher is supposed to be. Not you know, constricting all the students to one, you know, particular style, or, you know, saying you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh my goodness. There's a painting, because we had a painting segment of the art class, of course, where we were painting still lifes. And she had told me and all the other students that you're not allowed to use black to make the shadows. Well, when she saw my painting, she held it up to the class and she was like, this is great. Everybody just do what Euphie does, you know. Obviously, it's not my real name, but I'm not going to say my real name. But I was like softly snickering to myself because I'm just like, I added a little bit of black into that green shade in order to make that shadow color. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do what you're telling me to do. I'm going to artistically rebel. Respectfully, I'm going to creatively rebel against you. So, and I don't think that has changed much in my adulthood. Because when people tell me like, oh no, don't draw this, don't draw that, I'm just like, you just make me want to draw it more. Like, I'm gonna do it just to spite you now. And in elementary school, my art teacher taught me how to use color. In middle school, my art teacher taught me how to work with shadows and darker stuff. See, it's all a built-up journey. I think art is very much a never-ending learning journey, because there's always something new that you can learn about art, whether that's the balance, whether that's the composition, the shadows, highlights, focal points, perspective. Like there's so many focal points that or focuses in art that you could choose to learn about. It's really, I don't know, I think it's very much a it helps people learn to be okay with failing initially, because no one expects you to be able to perfectly draw something right off of the bat. It's a learning process. So it's a good way to learn to forgive yourself during those times that you have a mistake, because we have erasers for a reason, you know, for that initial draft of it. Like, you know, you're supposed to mess up, you're supposed to learn things, you're supposed to, you know, fail and try again, and then, you know, maybe you don't fail, maybe you fail again, try it again, and you succeed, right? That's so I say, like, not every single drawing is gonna be a win. Not every single portrait is gonna, you know, be a winner there. You have to have bad drawings in order to have good ones. So high school art teachers taught me a mix of different fine art and studio art styles. Oh, great, wonderful. No, I was mostly self-taught when it came to anatomy. Oh, anatomy is so, it can be so tricky sometimes, because people are built in all different shapes and sizes, especially creatures too. Like I had tried drawing humans, and then I started watching My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love these so much. Let me draw my own ponies. And it actually did help me figure out the anatomy of other four-legged creatures, because it's so simplified. It's 3 circles and essentially 4 sticks, but you got to break these sticks up into different partitions. And in doing that, I was like, if I were to take the leg of this pony and just move some things around, we've got a human leg. We've got a wolf leg. We've got you know, which is a regular anatomically correct horse leg, you know, or I don't know. It really simplified and helped me out with figuring out how to draw other creatures. And I've never, well, and that's not true, because I did this like last weekend or so. I was gonna say, like, I've never drawn a, you know, like fictional, like, alien creature before, but like I did draw a kaiju Teletubby. And that has anatomy to it. That's got some bone structure. It's simple, but it's there. So it has a lot of original characters and mixed species. I dislike anatomy sometimes, so I find my ways around it. It's complicated, because it's like you are the creator of this species, and so like this, it moves around in a certain way, right? So it's gotta somewhat make sense in that way. Teletubby, yes, like the little kids cartoon with the baby sun, and they've got, like, what is it, like Poe and Lala and whatever else the other two are named, but they've got like the pink sludge that they eat. I'm just like, why are you just like so crazed over this pink sludge? But yeah, they have like actual televisions on their tummies. It's supposed to be a kid's show. I'm like, this is kind of creepy. And they have these little weird symbols on their heads. There's a red one, a yellow one, green and blue. Yeah. So, but yeah, again, making these combinations on on my stream, I'm just like, what if we combined? Because I think it actually came from viewing Teletubbies as like cryptids and SCPs and and like spooky, creepy stuff. And so I was like, wait, what if I draw whoever it was, like Poe, the red one, as a kaiju, as a gigantic Godzilla type creature? How would this look? And so, here. Excuse me. I think it's in this one. There's actually two here. I don't know which one it is. I have too many sketchbooks. Every time I go to the craft store, I buy a new sketchbook and I have to tell myself to stop it. But coincidentally, all of them seem to be like 9x12s, and I don't know why. Which sketchbook is it? I don't know if it's this one. It might not be this one. No. Maybe it's this one. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. This is my kaiju Teletubby. So it's like, I'm not happy with how the hands are whatsoever, but it gets the point across. So I was like, I'm just gonna make some crack art. That's what I'm gonna do. The Sun Baby. I think there was an interview with the actor that played the Sun Baby, but she's all grown up now. Oh, thank you. I have SCP-173 plushie right here above my finger. I'm like, I found that at a county fair next to the creepypasta version of Sonic. There was a plushie of that too, and I was like, why is there an SCP plushie over here? I must have it. And so it was mine. Yeah, they just start to pile up all the sketchbooks. It's like I need to fill them out and then I can get a new one. I need to be disciplined in that way. Oops. That bad side of my pen again. It might be time to change out the nibs again. It was quite enjoyable to draw, I will definitely say, and I need to take a picture of it and then put it into the computer to colorize it. So it's one of those pieces that I'm just like, I need to color this and post this online. This is so funny. Have you probably had no recollection of what she acted in as a baby, right? I was like, when I heard about it, I was like, how interesting. Like, you wouldn't have any memories, I don't think, because I don't have any memories of when I was that young. So what would you be able to remember? Alrighty. I got pretty far. My stream is coming to a close, unfortunately, for the night, since it's midnight for me. It's getting quite late. And I know people on the East Coast, it's like 2:30, 3:30 or something in the morning, so or 3 maybe. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna be going back to work on these sketches here, on these drawings, because like I want to finish this. So okay, I was like, it can't possibly be a 30. It's a whole hour now. But yes, so my stream is coming to a close. I'll be back tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. I heard that there was something like we was getting rid of the daylight savings times, and I'm like, thank you. So I don't have to keep reminding myself, like, is it standard time or daylight time right now? But I'll be back 8:30 p.m. Pacific, and I'll be doing more work on these ponies. I might do a little bit of work on these tomorrow before the show, just because I get impatient. So, but let me plug my usual things. If you would like to see more of my artwork in better scale, I have a DeviantArt account with a gallery that's all organized. You guys can check that out if you feel inclined to do so. I know I have some of my pieces up there on the little TV on the left. It's just for better viewing, because I know it's kind of small. I have a Twitter account where I post updates on whether I'm going live for the day or not, and when. Work in progress pictures, what I worked on, funny stuff, the usual Twitter nonsense. I have a link tree as well, a bunch of different links in there, information, stuff like that. And commissions, I have a commission website if any of you are interested in getting a commission in the future, since they're not entirely open yet, but they will be here pretty soon. I haven't decided on a date yet. But that website is there, so it has all the information, prices, rates, examples, different stuff like that. So, but yeah, this is going to be the end of my stream for tonight. Again, I'll be back tomorrow for more of this lovely pony Vocaloid artwork. Well, thank you very much, Jellyfish Art. I love that you loved this stream as well. So I try to make a nice little relaxing and comforting environment here with creative people. So, but yes, so I'm going to be heading on out. I hope that you guys had a good stream, a good time watching me make this artwork. I'll be back tomorrow, and until then, stay vibin'. Bye guys.